All right, y'all. I'm gonna give you a freebie content real quick. I do kind of feel it a little bit, so I know that somebody probably need to hear this because I do kind of feel it a little bit. But this is just a freebie. I'm gonna freestyle this. But what I want to talk about is I just want to talk about whenever I say the term God or whenever I say the Creator, this is what I mean. I'm just talking about that consciousness that created all there is, all the details of it, the different religions. This one call it by that, this one call it by that, this one, you know what I'm saying? I personally look at that stuff as insightful information. I've always been the type of person to just take what works from, you know, different areas or whatnot and just make my own little ball. So whenever I talk about God or, you know, I just love that word, first of all, God. I'm not specifically talking about the God that is talked about in, I don't want to say the Bible. I'm not speaking of it in a sense of speaking from the point of being a Christian, although I do feel a very strong connection to the Bible. It's just something about it. I love the language that it talks. But I'm just talking about that created all there is. And you know, one thing that I know for an absolute no shadow of a doubt fact is that there absolutely is a God. There absolutely is a creator. No other human being created everything else around us. I was just looking at this dog as I was parking in my parking space. This lady was watching her dog, walking her dog. And I'm just watching this dog, how this dog has so much intentional and conscious detail inside of it. And I'm like, another human being didn't create that. So when I refer to God and the reverence of God that I have, I'm just talking about that which created all of this. And it doesn't take too much. Like, even if you sit down and just think about it for, like, honestly, it would take you anywhere from 8 to probably 12 minutes, probably tops, if you intentionally sat down and thought about the details that's in every bit of life form or even spiritual form that is on this planet Earth. It honestly doesn't take too long to see that there is a very conscious and intentional creator. I'm gonna give you a couple examples. One, it's like a fruit fly. Those things are extremely annoying, but if you didn't notice, you want to know why fruit flies are so difficult for you to swat, okay, and kill them per se, is because their legs can literally flex in different directions. So if you're coming at them from this way, their legs are already pointing this way, and they just spring out of the way before your hand hits contact. For an insect that 80% of human beings despise, okay, or I'm saying 80% of human beings despise insects. I'll be nice and say 75. 75% of human beings despise insects. For an insect to have that much intentional level of detail in it shows that there is some force that intentionally put this engineering and put this much level of detail in it. The same level of detail that a human being has, probably not the same exact level, but an insect, every other creature on the planet has that significant amount of detail in it. Dogs do, sharks do, alligators do, fruit flies do, a spider does. Come on, bro. A spider has 8 different legs. A spider has 8 different legs. And you mean to tell me they don't get tripped up and tangled up and fall over each other? Human beings have 2 legs and we get tripped up in our steps sometime. But you mean to tell me a spider has 8 freaking legs and don't miss a beat with absolute perfection? Excuse me, this is why I get like this. This is why I get excited like this, because I can feel this energy. I can feel this source in my heart, in my spirit. Again, I know it's there, but I'm just speaking from a insightful perspective for those who may need to hear it at this moment from this perspective. So excuse me if I'm a little too excited, I'm a little too intense and things like that, but it's just such a powerful force. Even look at I don't know, a shoe. Okay, yes, human beings created the shoe, but the material that makes this shoe is a part of this earth that we live in. Something came before you and made this material in order for us to have, oh yeah, and that same something put the intelligence in us to take that material and make this shoe. You know what I'm saying? So I could do this all day. It only takes 7, 8 to 12 minutes of just intentional thought, and it is absolutely abundantly clear that there is some type of creator that puts some type of conscious and intentional thought and intelligence into everything that is all that there is on this planet. Look at every creature, every species, every living species on this earth, okay, that can reproduce, have a male and a female species. I'm not speaking in the sense of what you want to identify. That's your personal business. I don't hold that against you. I don't judge you. I don't condemn you. I love you, if anything, more than anything. But you were still born either a male or a female by biological nature. That is one of the biggest, like come on, it's you know, I'm working on this video where I say that I think it's so hard for people to understand that there's a God or come to this level of knowing of this God, because everything is too perfect. Too perfect. You have a male, yes, that's exactly what you think it is. You have a male and you have a female. If that's not one of the biggest signs of there was some intentional level of intelligence that went into all of this, and every species have that. Sharks have it, cats have it, dogs have it, squirrels have it, birds have it, snakes have it, lizards have it. If that's not the biggest, one of the biggest level of this was intentional that can ever exist, you know, we just got to keep going until it clicks. But you know, that's all it is, man. I think that's a pretty good video. Somebody need to hear it. You know, I felt it. I'm just freestyling this one. There's no agenda. There's no nothing. I'm just giving a little bit of insight of when I say the word God, which I love. I think the word in itself is just a very omniscient word. Like that word, if you dig into the origins of language is very intentional and language is very deep. Like the word blue just looks and feel like the word blue, because when you dig into the roots of language, it comes from something. There's real poetry in every word that was created. So, and that goes for the same with the word God. Like, think about it. Nothing else have the term God. And when you say that, you can almost feel the power in that word. There's something to it. There's something to it. I'm not gonna make this video more than 10 minutes, but I love y'all. Whoever needed that, that's just a quick word, a free word. But you know, there's obviously something extremely intentional and some type of conscious intelligence of this world. Is SLRD is what we do on this channel. I love you. Stay tuned.